Good morning from the Lake District. Back out to bag a few more Wainwrights and have a wild camp up to High Styles, up onto the range overlooking Buttermere. And today is quite a special hike and wild camp, because today I'm doing it in for the Alzheimer's Society, to raise funds for Alzheimer's. So if you check out the link in the description below, you will find a link to a GoFundMe page where you can, if you would like to donate to the Alzheimer's Society, that would be very, very much appreciated. So yes, as I said, it's a special one, and going up, it's about 7.5 miles, maybe 8 in total. Hopefully picking up 4 or 5 Wainwrights along the journey. Going to finish off at Red Pike, where I did a wild camp about a year ago, and yeah, this is part of that trip which I didn't manage to finish because my Duomid was not seam sealed properly and leaked. So there's a video of that if you haven't seen that, so perhaps check that out. So yeah, today is picking up some of those other Wainwrights which I missed off. It's late September, and the weather is mild. It's about 10 degrees. Forecast for this trip is a bit mixed, really. Today mostly dry, however tomorrow forecast heavy rain from lunchtime. So yeah, this is a two night wild camp where yeah, I'm going to pick up Great Gable hopefully tomorrow, and Fleetwith Pike, fingers crossed, as long as the weather stays kind and doesn't get too treacherous. Yeah, so I'm back out in the Duomid. I've seam sealed it properly this time, so this will, if the forecast is accurate, well then it'll get a proper test, and I'll know if my seam sealing has worked. When I did follow the instructions of Tony Hobbs, who recommended seam sealing it with your finger rather than a brush. So if Tony's right, then this will be okay. No other new pieces of kit other than a snug pack poncho, which saw reviewed by a few wild campers, including Paul Mesner, and so see how that performs. Hopefully won't end up drenched on the inside from perspiration like I did a few wild camps ago when it was raining and I was using my Patagonia. So anyway, enough rambling from me, and I will bring you back, and I hope you stay with me for this special wild camp and hike for Alzheimer's Society. And if you haven't already, you can use the link to donate, and if you're enjoying this, why not subscribe to see other fundraising videos which I plan to do in the future for different charities. Anyway, that's enough for now. I'll bring you back as we go. And there we have in the distance Haystacks, where I camped a little while back. That was a great winter camp in the Duomid too. I think the Duomid is becoming one of my favourite tents. So yes, looking back over Buttermere into the distance. Okay, quick update. So down there in the valley, that's where I've come from. Around the corner there is Buttermere. Walked all along the side of the lake, then came round all the way up around the back, and then I've come over the top here, and that's where I'm going next, up to High Crag at the top here. So you can just see the path winding its way, zigzagging up there. So it looks a bit of a beast, to be honest, but needs must. Not particularly looking forward to that one, but anyway, onwards and upwards, up to the top of High Crag. Well, there we are, all pitched up just on the other side of Red Pike. The wind at the top was pretty bad actually, so it was gusting up to about 40 miles an hour, and whilst the Duomid could more than handle that, I just thought to be safe than sorry and come down a bit lower, so pitched down the other side of Red Pike by a tarn, and just settling in for the night, just about to make some food and just chill out. So we managed to pick up High Crag, High Style, and Red Pike that I've already picked up before. So two more in the bag for today, and then back to the car tomorrow, and then find our way over to Honister Slate Mine, and go off on another. It's about a 9-mile hike for another wild camp. So the weather at the moment is a bit grey, no sunset. It's drizzling a little bit, so there's not much action going on outside. Just inside, getting comfortable and getting something ready to eat. So, unless anything drastic happens during the night, I will see you in the morning. Good morning from a very grey Lake District, and not much to report during the night. The wind stayed fairly moderate, gusting up to about probably, 20-25 miles an hour at times, but nothing too strong that would disturb the night. So it's quite grey outside, not a lot to speak about.
I can't see a sunrise. So it's just time to get the kettle on and get a coffee, and then start to slowly pack up and head back to the car. One thing I forgot to mention yesterday is that I'm using the A-frame setup on the Duomid. So yeah, I don't know whether you can see there at the top. There's the apex, and yeah, so there's the two poles that go down either side, and yeah, it gives a lot more room inside. No centre pole to restrict movement, so I think I'll continue with the A-frame setup. But yeah, so not a lot to report at the moment, but I'll bring you back in a bit as I slowly pack up.
Okay, off on the second hike, the 9 miler. First stop is Fleetwith Pike. Just parked down at Honister slate mine, and the weather's still dry, so I hope that continues. Excuse the heavy breathing. It's a bit of a slog up this hill, and the legs are aching from yesterday, so it might take me a while to get up this one. But anyway, so yes, hope you stay with me, and I'll bring you back as we approach the next summit. Okay, that's Fleetwith Pike, bagged. Now heading over in that direction. You might be able to see a path winding its way into the distance, and yeah, looks like the weather's closing in, as you can see in the distance. So to play this one by ear, see how far I get. But keep the options open, hopefully get it all done, and yeah, bag them all. But let's wait and see. So yeah, pretty impressive summit, this one, Fleetwith Pike. You can see Buttermere there, and over there in the distance, and over there, that's where I was yesterday, up on Red Pike and high crag. But yeah, I think that's Crummock water, the other tarn, or not tarn, other lake in the distance there. So, and over here, if my Lake District geography is correct, we've got Robinson over there, and yeah, so let's keep going. Okay, quick update. Yes, the heavens opened and it started chucking it down. So had to make a quick call and decide whether to carry on and try and bag the Wainwrights, but the weather looked pretty bad. So anyway, decided to curtail the trip slightly and pitch the tent, and now I'm out of the rain, dry, and just getting warm, as it was a bit chilly out there. So yeah, just about to make a brew and then settle down and chill out until tomorrow morning. So yeah, if there's anything interesting, I don't think there's going to be any sunsets or sunrises, but if there are, then I'll bring you back. Just thought I'd film what it's like in the tent at the moment. Been in the tent from about 4 o'clock actually, and there's some strong gusts,
So the forecast is to get up to about, just checked the Met Office, and they said the forecast was to get up to about 48 gusts, 48 miles per hour gusts. So it goes from being fairly calm like this. The rain, I think you can probably hear the rain. The rain tends to be going from quite light to a bit heavy, and then occasionally you get these strong gusts of wind, and makes the light move around quite a bit. But the A-frame seems to be holding up. Seems to have a bit of I seam sealed it all around the seams, and they seem to be doing fine. The only place where I can see there's some water coming in is through the zipper, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. I did a quick look on Google, and seems to be a known issue with the zipper leaking somewhat. So anyway, I'm keeping an eye on it and mopping up any little drips that come in, and I've got my quilt inside a bivvy, so it shouldn't create too much of a problem. So it's a bit annoying really, but yeah. So this is the current situation inside the tent with the wind and the rain, and as you can see it's gusting a little bit. So yeah, so if it gets any worse I'll bring you back. It's on 5 AM, and the rain and the wind has not stopped for 12 hours. Not 12, 13 hours. It's 4 o'clock it started like this. So yeah, and it's pretty bad inside. My bivvy bag is pretty wet. The ground is pretty wet. It seems to have started leaking again. And you might be able to notice some of the water dripping through. So it's going to get light start getting light at about 6:30. So I'm going to head off at 6:30 and get off the top of this mountain. So I don't think the conditions are going to get any better. So looks like it's going to be pack up inside the tent, and then quickly lower it and shove it in the stuff up, and throw the packing bag on the back. Yeah, so not a great night. Probably only managed about 2 or 3 hours sleep, and the noise was pretty bad. I had earplugs. So yeah, so that's safe, and I'll bring you back as we're leaving the mountain.
that's it for another special hike and well camp. I hope you can hear me. I haven't got the microphone, the wireless microphone on. That's tucked away, staying dry. So hopefully the microphone on the DJI will pick this up. But yeah, so that's the end of a 2-day wild camp, 3-day hike. Obviously to actually cut off Great Gable and Green Gable because the weather just turned, and as you saw it got quite difficult. So anyway, I will have to, let me just clean, hopefully have to come out and get those another time. But in total I think I've done about 15 miles with an elevation in the region of about 6,000 in total, so slightly less than I'd hoped for, but no point taking unnecessary risks. So yeah, that's about it. The weather's still pretty bad at the moment, as you can see. There's clear there. It's still raining, as you can see. It's getting onto the lens, and so I have to keep wiping it. So yeah, about a third of a mile back to the car. So there won't be anything interesting really to show you, and the weather is still pretty poor. Visibility is a few hundred yards, so you're not going to get any views as I head back to the car. Anyway, enough rambling. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you on the next one. Take care.